So in this video, we're going to work through some example problems from the Delta Math assignment, just so you have a better idea of what you're doing there. Let's hop into the first section. Determine if a set of points is a function. Which set of ordered pairs does not represent a function? So here we have a bunch of ordered pairs. And if we think back to our notes, right, one thing our notes say is that something is a function if there's only one, and if you input an x value and you only get out one y value. So in other words, you can't have any repeating x values that go to different y values. So let's look at our answer choices. I'm going to look for anything that has a repeating x value. -4, -9, 1, nope. So if we look at this third choice, we see that 4 shows up twice with two different outputs, 4 -4 and 4 -3. So right away I know this cannot be a function. And that's correct. Okay, next section. So here you want to determine if a graph is a function. And we're going to do that with the vertical line test. So the vertical line test just says, hey, if you can pass a vertical line over this graph and it never crosses in two places, then it must be a function. So this one, it is a function because it passes the vertical line test. And look, it gives you a nice little animation here. Let's see if on the next one we get one that's not a function. Okay, what do you think? Is this a function? Does it pass the vertical line test? No, it does not pass the vertical line test, so it's not a function. It's that simple. Notice how it crosses in two places, in a bunch of spots. All right? That fails the vertical line test. Okay, so in this one, we're evaluating functions. So we're going to plug in 4 into the function g of x. Okay, so I'm going to take a second. I'm going to write this down on I'm going to write this down on my little smart notes and then bring you over there. So g of x equals 4x plus 4, g of 4. Okay. So plug in 4. 4 times 4 plus 4. That's it. That's all you got to do. Back to Delta Math. G of 4 equals 20. And look, they show you how to do it. Isn't that nice? All right, let's see if level 2 is any different. So it looks like in level 2, we have quadratic. So we have an x squared, and we have a negative that we have to plug in. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to write that again. I'm going to write that down. And it's a good idea for you guys to write this stuff down too as you do it. Okay, so here's our function. We're going to replace the x with -7. Now notice there's already a negative outside. So negative x, which is -7, squared, plus 8 times x, which is -7. Think order of operations. What are you going to do first? First, we're going to square the -7. So when you square a negative, it becomes positive. And this negative stays outside because we're only dealing with the stuff inside the parentheses. So square -7, you get 49. Okay. And we can multiply this too. 8 times -7 is -56. So we have -49 minus 56. And if you need a calculator to do this, that is totally fine. I'm going to use mine because it's late. I don't feel like thinking. I got negative 105. Let's see if that's correct. Hey, there we go. All right. Two more sections. Solve for the input of a function given the output. So here we're given f of x equals negative 3x plus 1. We're going to solve. Let's pop over to the Smart Notebook here. Do a little copy-paste action. There we go. Okay. So remember, whenever we're doing this, y is equal to f of x. So this is like saying y equals negative 3x plus 1. Solve for x when y equals negative 5. So plug negative 5 in for y and solve for x. You've been solving for x all year. Subtract 1 from both sides. Divide by negative 3 on both sides. Let's see, negative divided by negative is positive, so we get positive 6 over 3, 2 equals x. Let's plug it in, see if it's right. Negative 2. Oh, I'm sorry, positive 2. Positive 2. Oops. There we go. Just like we wrote it up. Okay, una más. Evaluate functions from a graph. So here, we're looking at a graph, and I want to know what is f of negative 5. Again, I'm going to pop this over to Smart Notes so I can do some drawing. There we go. F of negative 5. Okay. So remember, y equals f of x. Look, they wrote it there for you. So when x is negative 5, negative 2, negative 4, negative 5, what's y equal to? 4. F of negative 5 equals 4. See, this stuff is easy. Oh, positive 4. Why did I do that? I put the negative in there. Oops. 4. Nope. Backspace. Negative 5, 4. There we go. Huzzah. Hey, look, just like we drew it. F of negative 5 equals 4. Beautiful. Hopefully this was helpful. Good luck with the rest of the Delta math.